What's going on, world? It's your boy KUYA P. This is Nerds Rule the World, and we are going to be talking about the Toxic Avenger comics. We are celebrating Toxie this summer, if y'all didn't know that. There's so many damn Toxic projects out that the young trauma fan in me is just loving life right now. And as you see on the screen, we have the creative team behind the Toxic Avenger comics, at least for issue 1 with Fred. He's going to be doing the covers, but he puts the pencils down and other things down with issue 1. But I know we'll talk other things I'm sure you're involved with on the series beyond the covers and stuff, Fred. But the amazing Fred Harper is here, first time on NRW. So super excited. Amazing artist. And returning, I have the man that was a Justice Warrior. We had him over with Ben Clarkson, Matt Bors. How are you, sir? He's the brainchild, the one that's unleashing Toxic now to us fans. I'm sorry, Matt. My head is all over the place because I must have fallen into some vat of toxic waste. I'm just beyond excited because when we last talked, you gave me the nugget that you were working on Toxic, and now it's finally here, man. I'm fucking excited.
Yeah. Fred and I did the first volume, which is out in trade. That was 5 issues, and then it's relaunched as an ongoing now. So we got the first issue just dropped. It's like a all horror issue. We're doing like one and done genre issues for the first 5 issues. So it's like horror, crime, romance, fantasy, science fiction.
It's
with
insane.
Different artists too.
Yeah, insane idea. Can we go back to the beginning though, when you guys first laid that first batch down? Now we're getting this amazing genre-based series, but it's going to be even more ongoing. I've been looking at all the write-ups. AHOY has a lot of love for you, and so I'm super excited that we're going to be getting more Toxic and just so many other things. Toxic Crusaders is returning. We're getting a video game. Peter Dinklage is coming back in the role. Well, but gonna be giving us Toxic, the new Toxic. But how did it all start with AHOY? We were like, hey, I know Lloyd Kaufman. He's in my bag. You know, I got.
Well, I didn't know him until I didn't know him until I went up to him at San Diego Comic-Con 2 years ago and just introduced myself and said I had an idea for, relaunching Toxic Avenger as a comic and relaunching the Toxic Crusaders as well. That's always been a part of the plan. And, I sort of matched them with AHOY. They're my publisher on Justice Warriors, so they were kind of the first people I went to. And my editor, Tom, suggested Fred as the artist who had, done a few books with AHOY, and like he was perfect for it. Great artist. He is still he's the main artist on the series. Like we're starting the second arc now.
Okay,
that'll be 5 issues. He's drawn all that, and we're going for hopefully a while. I pitched a couple years of stories.
Yeah, I just broke down the first issue that I'll be doing in the ongoing thing, and it's fantastic. And I hadn't told Matt that I especially page 17, great foreshadowing. It's great. It's going to be an awesome. Really, I really enjoy the imagery we're doing, and the way Matt's laid it out is going to be fantastic. So it's going to be just one hair raiser after another. So
oh man, and Fred, your artwork is insanely cool, dude. I love it. Before this came about, can we go into why Toxic for you? Why did you want to bring Toxic back out here, Matt, and for you as well, Fred? Let me go back to Matt.
Why Toxic? I had ideas for Toxic Avenger for a couple years. I mean, I watched the movies when I was super young. I liked the cartoons. I had the toys. I actually bought some of them again because I'm doing this. I got them over here.
Hell yeah.
First of all, I guess I like mutants. I'm big into mutants. That's what Justice Warriors is. A lot of my favorite comics are mutants, like X-Men. But I like the weirder mutants, That's part of it, and Toxic Avenger is sort of in my lane. It's like violent satire. There's a lot of places you can go with it. It encompasses like horror, comedy. I think it's inherently a superhero satire too. That's definitely what it is. So a lot of things that I like.
It's punk rock.
Yeah, it is. It is a little bit. I mean, trauma stuff is definitely like original or trash cinema, or at least the most successful like trash cinema kind of embraced because it's low budget, what they call grade Z cinema. So yeah, that's why it's a cult hit, you know. We're not trying to do a grade Z comic, we're doing a grade B comic.
Amazing. How about you, Fred? Where did Toxic start with you? Did you see it when you were younger? What did you feel when Matt was like, "Yo, let's do this"?
Yeah, saw it. I mean, I hadn't really thought about it in years, and until Tom, our editor, came up to me. But I did see it in college. It was a VHS tape. Somebody brought into the dorms. It was probably 1988 or something like that. And yeah, I was just like, what the hell am I looking at? And this is so fun. And it was just, it was fun, and it was all hit all the notes of gore and, just this was unnecessary violence. And I enjoyed it, and I found the humor in it. And then when Tom put us together, I was just like, yeah, this sounds like a fantastic uh, like thing project that nobody's done a whole lot with for a long time. And I'm like, yeah, they were going to let us just go crazy on it. And so I'm like, yeah, I like going crazy, and let's do this. And we just started like, how about this? And yeah, and then Matt would be like, yeah, make it more gory. And I'm like, yeah, okay, I could do that. So I'm like, yeah, I like a challenge to, like, okay, I made that's pretty gory. How do we make it a little more gory? Yeah, that's the fun part about this. And it's like you don't take it too seriously, but and there's a fun to that, because we are just seeing how far we can go with this before they say, no, don't do that. So I'm good. That's my goal. Is like I'm trying to find that boundary all the time where it's like, okay, are they going to let us get away with this? They're like, oh, they are. Oh, cool. I'm going to see how much more further I can go, and until they tell me no, I'll, like, I mean, I'll respect that, but also, like, yeah, let's see how far we can take this, because that will be the most creative thing, and it'll be the most trend-setting thing that we can do, and it's a wonderful goal to have, as far as, like, we're not going to make something mediocre if we are trying to do something the coolest.
I love that, and I'm so excited as a fan. You love to hear that you're going to push the limits, because that's what this character is all about. So it's the summer of Toxic, Matt.
Yeah.
You have this. We have the Toxic Crusaders comic as well. We have well, the first one that you did with Fred. We now have this batch of different genre issues that's gonna, from what I understand, we're gonna meet some new characters throughout this before we step into the next part of the series.
Yeah. So, I mean,
Yeah.
I've got new characters, new mutants, new villains in every single issue of Toxic Avenger and Crusaders for like a year. I mean, we're going over the top with it. So, one of the main ones is in next month's issue, number 2, the new character Fungirl. She's a fungus mutant, and she's the only character who like willfully transforms herself into a mutant with this toxic waste, and she joins the Crusaders. And then we got a ton of new villains. Just every issue, there's kind of a new over-the-top villain or ally, depending on how the story goes. So the idea with the genre stuff was to kind of just have fun with it, just really lean into like different genres. And I did want to mention a few, because now that they're finally out, we can say who they are. So like Felipe Sobrero is drawing the second issue. He's our colorist on Justice Warriors. He's really great. Third issue is Tristan Wright, who hasn't done a ongoing book before, but he's amazing. He's going to floor people with. He's the artist on Toxic Crusaders. And then Erica Henderson, who you might know from Unbeatable Squirrel Girl and other stuff. She's doing the romance issue, very fun. And then Grim Wilkins, who I asked for to on the fantasy issue. He is a what's his main title he's probably known for is called Miranda. It's an image book, very sci-fi fantasy based, which is what this story is. I love his work. He's so we got a bunch of people having fun with it, and then me and Fred go back in issue 6 through 10, and we do this 5-part story called Toxie Goes to Washington, which, we're about 5 months out from promoting it, but I'll just say it's obviously a political satire. Toxie goes to Washington, and much bloodshed and hearings ensue.
Yeah,
I
nothing but
cannot
respect.
wait.
Yeah.
Was this all to also just give time for Fred to so that way the scheduling wise?
Yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, honestly, the Toxic Goes to Washington story, it was part of what I would consider the main story that I came up with like originally when I pitched this. And then there's more, hopefully, that we'll keep doing for a few years. And then the genre thing just sort of came about during this process, talking to my editor Tom. I mean, I just had a ton of ideas for new characters, for how to stage this with the launch of Toxic Crusaders, and we just decided that it would be fun to do these 5 issues first, and then do the big arc.
Love that. Shout out to supportive editors that allow you that creative freedom to explore. I love that. So, again, I'm so excited and I want to ask so many questions, but I also want to just enjoy the journey as you deliver it to us. With this dropping, with the Toxic team up, I know you also have going on the Toxic Crusaders, Matt, and Fred, when you guys were, creating this new world of Toxic, was there any limitations? Because we also have this Dinklage movie dropping. There's also, I think, a tie-in. Well, I don't know if the video games tie-in. Are you just able, and are you all talking together? Or are we going to see some cross-pollination, if you will, as well, maybe?
In the promotion, I'm on a panel with Lloyd Kaufman at San Diego Comic-Con next weekend, but the story is entirely different and separate from the video game and the movie. And it was just sort of a happy coincidence that all this stuff is happening at the same time. I mean, I feel like actually I'm kind of lucky that I got the license with the ability to just I mean, they're letting me do what I want, essentially. I kind of came out with a plan for like our Toxie that Fred and I do has a different origin. It's part of its own universe, essentially. I mean, it's a familiar origin. Melvin is a bullied teen and he's mutated by toxic waste and he wears a tutu, but it is different from the comic, or I'm sorry, the movies and the cartoon.
Awesome. So you all don't have to feel constricted by anything. You guys get to still have creative.
No, they've been real supportive. I mean, I'm real. Lloyd Kaufman is the one who we have most interaction with, and Michael Hertz. They're the two creators, the guys who did the original movies and everything. I mean, and they're super cool. I think I don't want to speak for them, but I kind of feel like they're just happy that there's a movie, there's video games, there's comics, there's sort of a reinterest in Toxie after a long period of dormancy. Honestly, like I've always been surprised that someone didn't do more with him, and I don't think it was anything on Troma's behalf, at least not when I approached them, because it was easy to make this work. They were real eager to have a comic made. It was awesome.
Rock on. All right, Fred. So now you're working on this. Can you tell me about, giving the look of Toxie, working on this next batch of the series? You're doing some of the cover work, and then obviously the Toxie Goes to Washington. Can you tell me some of the fun you've been having? Again, you're trying to push the limit, which I love. Is there anything that you've really had that you can talk on without spoiling, if you will?
Well, I have ideas, and I figured we're always making them full of boils and things, and he's got like a tumor, just randomly starting here and there, and he's different in every panel. And then as I was thinking about doing the project, I thought it'd be kind of funny to put little faces on some of them, and little things that people can discover later when they're like, oh, I've read that comic 10 times, and then all of a sudden you're looking at it upside down, and maybe you see a one of his tumors, and it's like it'll be a caricature of somebody. I mean, like, I haven't really done that yet, but that's what I'm thinking. Like, it'd be kind of fun to figure out like what's in those tumors. Like, is that a weird thing that I could explore? And then I riff off of some of the situations that Matt puts the character into, and it's like, well, he's why is he in this situation? What can I put him in? Like a bathroom instead of like you start thinking in different ways to force a unique experience out of each panel by taking advantage of things that people don't normally take advantage of, like the environment. Like, it's just like, yeah, he's running really fast. What's he running past? Stuff like that is like, you can just go like, yeah, man, he's like in the first series, like I had there was the toxic, his friend is toxic, and he grows to 40 feet long, 40 feet high, and he's rampaging down the hall, or the main street of Tromaville, and I'm putting like a big and tall store in there, and stuff like that. Like it's like little things that we can throw in that I think add more to just a good texture for the entire run. So
I dig that.
yeah.
Awesome. Thanks, Fred. Matt, so we discussed how you're introducing new characters, a bunch of new villains, but were there anybody besides obviously Toxic, like base characters from like the Crusaders? Like, are the Crusaders came? I know you're introducing some new characters. Were there any like characters that we know and love from the series that will be making the return if we haven't seen them already yet?
All of them.
So you got free will to use them all.
Yeah, everybody's in there. I mean, even there was, yeah, everybody. Major Disaster was a big part of the first volume, and then by the end, we see that all the Crusaders have assembled, or most of them. We haven't seen Headbanger yet. That was the toy I held up earlier. I don't want to spoil anything, but I mean, it's fair to say Headbanger will show up in some form if you keep reading the Toxic Crusaders, but he's not in the like original lineup that we have launching it. And Dr. Killamoff is referred to as Mr. K in our series, and he I guess it's not too much of a spoiler to say at this point that he is an alien, just like he is in the cartoon series. And there's different versions of characters. So like Bonehead was kind of his bully rival in the Toxic Crusaders cartoon that was sort of based off of, I think, Bozo in the original, but he didn't mutate. So anyway, he's dead, but we have a new Bonehead. It's actually I would say the Toxic Avenger #1 that is behind you that Fred drew is the origin of the new Bonehead. So that's going to be a primary antagonist or a secondary antagonist throughout the entire series, probably for as long as we go. And all sorts of different characters are going to come up. Some of them slightly reimagined, and yeah.
I love it. I'm excited. I'm refreshing myself, which I'm sure, because again, we were fans of it, right? And then it's back, and now you're like, oh wow, and it's interesting. And was it difficult to make certain like character choices? And you've revisioned it to some degree, right?
Yeah.
But,
oh yeah, totally. I wouldn't say difficult. It's just I mean, I have so many ideas for how to do this. I'm glad that Ahoy is giving me the runway to we're essentially the first volume we did is like the new origin story for Toxic Avenger, for Tromaville, for all the heroes and villains, kind of the things that come out of this toxic waste spill, whether it's mutations or crime cults or weird ideologies, killer robots, all of it is sort of related to it. So then from there, we break off the book into the Crusaders and the regular main series Toxic Avenger. This alien subplot is sort of like the main thing, but there's a lot of other twists and turns, and some choices just sort of lead to other things. Like I mentioned, Bonehead. It seemed, even though Bonehead is like his main antagonist in the cartoon, I didn't want everybody to not die. Like they, in the cartoons, people don't die. So it seemed like it made sense that their confrontation would end in one of their deaths. But then that kind of opened up the opportunity to do something interesting with a new villain that comes out of that, and that's also like part of the theme to me of this series is just how things keep getting worse. Frankly, like the downstream effects from this toxic waste spill keep creating new problems, and then everything Toxie does, he's heroic, but he's like naive. It's like a superhero parody, so he's not like Superman where everything is buttoned up and he saves the day. He usually saves the day kind of, and then it creates another problem.
I am so excited. Go ahead, Fred. Yeah.
He didn't go to school to learn how to be a superhero. He kind of like, yeah, I have no qualifications, except that now I'm super strong, and it's like you're going to make some mistakes, because you just don't know how strong you really are. You don't, that's what I've been enjoying about all the things that because like Matt says, he's like, yeah, I'm gonna save the town, and then he's like, well, okay, I set it on fire, but it's like stuff like that. It's like it's fun. It keeps it fun.
Definitely. This is why we love Toxie, man. Just the reluctant hero that he is, and all the misadventures he gets into. I just remember playing the video game, the movies. And we get them all, the toys and the cartoons, just all that. I'm just super excited. Matt, thank you so much for your time. Fred, as well. A pleasure meeting you. As Toxic gets to Washington, because I'm Washington, D.C. based, guys, I got to have you back to talk about that.
Oh, okay. No problem. Yeah, we're in between. That's gonna be wild.
I'll hit you up for some reference shots.
I can do that. I'm at the Pentagon, so not a problem.
All right. Set one in the Pentagon, Matt.
Yeah.
That might be a little problem. Gentlemen, it is a pleasure to chat with you. Thank you so much for your time. Congratulations on the new series. Everybody, that is the amazing Matt Bors and Fred Harper. The Toxic Avenger comics are in stores right now. As of this recording, the first issue is there. Tell your LCS you want the second issue and moving forward and all the things from AHOY Comics. We love them. Matt, Fred, appreciate you guys. I'm KUYA P. Nerds rule the world, as does Toxic Avenger. We're out.
Cheers.
All right. Thanks so much.
Nerds rule the world.
Pleasure chatting with you. Love to all my nerds who rule the world.
Yeah. Nerds rule the world.
Yes, we do.
Thanks. Nerds rule the world. Thank you.
I love the nerds ruling the world, so more power to you.
Patrick, what up, man? And yes, they do. Nerds rule the world, kid.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Awesome. KUYA P, nerds rule the world. Hello.
Yes, they do.
Yes.
Oh,
nerds rule the world.
I got.
It's in the title of your show, like nerds rule the world. Like I want more black weirdos on screen, and I don't feel like we ever get to see that very much.
Thank you so much. Nerds do rule the world.
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you. Nerds rule.
Love it.
Hello, Sarah. Hello, Julian.
Nerds rule. Yes.
Rock on. I love it. Thank you so much.
It's good to see you. I love Nerds Rule the World.
But yeah, there's a heavy nerd component, man.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, if you ask me, nerds rule the world. So
absolutely.
And you're right. Nerds do rule the world.
We're just the best.
Yes.
Thank you, ladies.
Nerds so much.
Thank you. Yes. Thank you, guys.
Bye.
It's your boy KUYA P. Nerds rule the world. Thank you so much, guys. I appreciate you.
They rule the world, all right.
Yes. Take care, Tony. Thank you, guys. Recording in a 1, 2, 3.